Welcome to the channel and welcome to this dive into the best of D&D DIY on Reddit. Hey everyone, I'm John from Peacetime Painting. One of my most popular videos to date is actually exactly what we're doing right now, and that's basically looking at all the cool things that people have created on D&D DIY. There's some super imaginative stuff, there's some really high budget stuff and some cheap as chips stuff, so let's go through and have a look at it and see what the best stuff that's been sort of posted there in the last year is, because if you play yourself, you might have some inspiration there. You might find something that you want to buy if someone's selling it as a product. Often that's the case. So yeah, let's have a little look and see if there's anything that we like in there. So diving straight in, here's the community. Here is there's the first post we see, but look first of all over here, the numbers, 131,000 members, top 1% ranked of like all subreddits. Like, it's absolutely huge. Oh, we're only 44 online right now, which is odd considering how many members. Anyway, let's go to the top post. What is it? Arkenforge, testing touchscreen fog of war reveal for minis. That's amazing. So let's just go back to the beginning there. So obviously the placing is really cool, and that's one thing, but then the moving of it is absolutely fantastic. Look at that, that's awesome. I have no idea how that works, but it works. I like it. Oh, what's this? Is that showing a door opening? That's cool. And then pieces moving. That's great, isn't it? Wow. That's really well implemented. Like, it works better than I expected. This looks like a little demo scene, is it? Great stuff. Excellent stuff. Whoops. Let's just minimize that. And look at the next one. Only 1,500 upvotes on that. Come on, there's 131,000 of you. And you only... I'm going to give it a little up. That's not only is it like creative, it's also technically quite difficult, and it's done well. That could very easily be a buggy mess, but it's not. Well, from that video, it's not. Here we have Mark, MS-DOS. Shout out to MS-DOS. OC, original content. Modular D&D table I built for me and my friends out of old fence boards, pallets, and scrap construction materials. Looks absolutely great, doesn't it? Love it. That kind of staining. I think if you got like old dirty wood, basically, you can sand it and it creates that sort of effect that you're seeing there. Oh, didn't expect that to be the next picture. Oh, I've seen it built. Okay, cool. Quite a lot of thought being put into this, hasn't it? Wow, every single one's going to go on. Okay, no stone unturned. Great, love it. And it packs away into a pile of stuff. Excellent. Next we have Cryptic Amoeba, Lego Auto Roll Dice Tower. Whoa, that's really clever. How have I never seen that before? How angry the little soldier is on the top. Let's zoom enhance for the good viewers at home. Look how it feeds itself. You gotta put it down quickly, otherwise they'll go flying out the bottom, does it? That is absolutely genius. I can't believe that I'm only seeing that for the first time now. Maybe it's something you've seen for a long time yourself. Apologies if so. Here we have Hornleaf CW, inspired by the Crayola boxes with the sharpener in the back. Got you. So, it's a lot of dice, isn't it? I'm actually looking at guinea pig cages at the minute because I'm thinking of getting a guinea pig for my daughter, and it's kind of reminding me of those, to be honest. That's cool. I mean, yeah, great. Here we have Zach failed 2 crit. The wife said I could do whatever I wanted with the garage. Wow, look at that. Absolute nerd. Obviously in the best possible way. Wow, so much stuff, man. It's like every expansion's there, probably. Is every expansion there? I'm not even sure how many there are. But what I like is that each shelf has its own different background, its own theme. That's great. Love it. My 3D printed D&D dragons are in Hawkeye. I'm blurry. MCU canon. Oh, I'm blurry MCU. That's cool. From MZ4250. That's great, isn't it? Not sure how they got in the background of a film. Maybe they do props for films or something like that. I'm not sure. Cross-posted by Rage Tweet. Forgotten Realms book. That is so cool. I love these little... You can get bookends that are basically have little scenes in them like that, and they look really cool. What's that one? So, can you imagine sort of looking at a bookshelf and like you do a double take when you see that, and it's got a little scene in there. Classic combo of characters there. That's good. Next we have Hornleaf CW. Just finished this dice box and tower combo. Nice. I think I've seen this one before actually. A lot of fun to just build that, isn't it? And just like there you go. It lived in that box. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Next we have Sooner Soldier. After a month and over 200 hot glue sticks, example castle from strongholds and followers. Wow, that's a lot of glue sticks. But with the glue sticks, you know it's going to be sturdy. Nice. That's a good shot. That's a great little castle, like with the outer and inner walls. And a sort of keep tower. That's great. With the inch squares as well. Absolutely brilliant. Wow. That is fantastic, actually. The more that the next image I click, it gets better. Oh, hello. There's a monster. Look how intently it's staring at that box. It's seen something in that box, that cat. Cats don't just look into that like, for no reason. But that is absolutely fantastic. I think it was a bit of a shame using cardboard. At least yeah, it's cardboard, isn't it? Is like the durability of cardboard. Like, you know, it just takes one little snag and that's bent. You can't really paint PVA, I think, on cardboard very well. It's not super sturdy in it when it's just like that. But as long as you looked after that and gave it plenty of space to live in, I think that'll be good. Beat Kids. How I make miniature potion bottles, no painting necessary, just beads, hemp string, and glue. Oh, this is getting a full screen. This is good. Yeah. Bit of super glue. Yeah. I mean, very fiddly. Let's not act like this is no effort. It's very fiddly to get those little things in there. Okay. And then you're going to glue them and then cut them. Snip. Oh, we're getting more steps than I expected. Bit of Mod Podge. Never actually used Mod Podge. Hang them up and dry them. Do this 2 to 3 times. That's a lot of times. And then I'm like solid. Leave them out a bit sticking out from the top to become the cork. That's cool. Do you know what? Do you know what I'd say though? What's a bit of a shame, because that's a great effect and that looks really good. What's a shame is they're not flat bottomed like lots of them. I think that looks like that one is, but a lot of the round ones, it looks flat bottomed there. But when you see the other shots of them, they're not. Would they? I don't think they'd stand up, would they? Those ones. Maybe you could just get them in some pliers and rub them on some sandpaper, just to flatten off the bottom. That's what I'd do. We could snip them. Spike trap from Broken Terrain. What's going to happen to this guy? How the hell did that happen? So these are these are cocktail sticks. Hang on a second. Are these? Where's the pressure? What's going on? I'm confused. It's a little bit. Right, there's no pressure pad. What's happening? Is this a magnet or something? Or look, if you look all around, they're all around there. Like, I'm like, how? You can't just show us this and not explain it. I'm gonna need answers. Video link in comments. Okay, so is this someone with like a YouTube channel or something? Let's have a look.
Their internet.
So yes, they have a YouTube channel called Broken Terrain. Wow, getting on 10,000 subscribers. How have they done this? So put on captions so you can listen to that, read their words instead of mine. How do you do it? I want to see. Okay. They've got a bench. The bench drill's out. The answer to how they do it is a lot of effort. Which is, you know, great. It's D&D DIY. Doesn't have to be low effort always. But what's the mechanism like? Oh, they got a card. Does the card push them up? There's magnets. Okay. And if you've got a magnet underneath the model, it would pull them up. Is that what I'm seeing? Bit of painty. Okay, he's got metal on the bottom of that model. I mean, genius, isn't it? Like, absolutely genius. Like, I'm kind of blown away by that one. I think that's my number one so far because it is just what's the word? Like, it looks like there's mechanical sensors and or electronic sensors. Anyway, that one. I think that's my favorite because it puzzled me the most. Customizing a bookshelf for a vampire. It's for a vampire. Okay. A lot of these are TikTok videos, aren't they? Okay, yeah. How are they staying in there? A bit of glue, that's the answer. What we got here? One of those little clippy things. What's that going to be? Oh. What's that? True burgundy? Like a seal. What we're doing here? Ah, bottles of blood. They're sticking in quite nicely, aren't they, actually? Is this the same person as before? Skulls? These vampires these days. Diagrams of people. That's cool, isn't it? That's very cool. Beat kids. Reasonable trash bag. It's not perfect, but I made myself a bag of holding. That's cool. Looks quite United Kingdom with those colours. It's nice. We have Seb Make Stuff. The Travelling Sales Tortoise. Brilliant. So we've started off with... hang on a second. So we start off with just like a model or a miniature or print of a tortoise. Okay. And then we're putting some sticky stuff on it, some plants. A lot of mud with some soap. This is doing some quick edits, isn't it? I love this. This reminds me of a snottling pump wagon from the fantasy Warhammer 90s. Wow. No, absolutely no stone unturned here with this. A bit of moss, some plants. This is absolutely great. Honestly, this is brilliant. Seb Makes Stuff. Shout out. Look at the little frog and the snake and the tree. The butterfly. I'll be honest, when it started off just with the turtle, tortoise, whatever, I didn't have high hopes. It got a lot better quickly. That's really cool. Nice. What's next? We got Boomerang. I emptied a lychee fruit shell, filled it with self-hardening clay, and painted it. Now it's a small dragon egg to give to my players. That's brilliant because it's like reusing waste, but it's like natural waste. Like, look, totally a dragon egg. Totally a dragon egg. I think, yeah. I might try and paint a lychee. I absolutely love lychees as well. I also like a lychee Rubicon, which is a fizzy drink. Very tasty. Anyway. Chestnut Banjo. Using Midjourney AI to generate mystical notes for props. I think they are pretty cool and a quick way to create something that would be extremely time consuming otherwise. True enough. It's, I mean, AI art creation, it's absolutely phenomenal. Like, what is possible with it. To the point I'm a little bit freaked out by it, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Yeah, basically. DIY DM, made my own DM screen. You can certainly try. Excellent. I like that. Look at these lights here. And then these makeup brushes, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. But this must be someone who makes videos, I think, and does crafts. It's a Yeffy. Is it Yeffy? How do you pronounce that? When you want to incorporate a lighthouse light into a D&D boss battle, that's cool. Bit of foil, some 3D printing, and a little motor. Nice. That is nice. When I grew up, we had a lighthouse that was on the sea, like nearby, and it would always flash onto my bedroom wall, like through the window. When I was a wee lad, MZ4250, just a normal commoner, totally not three cats in disguise. Free 3D printable STL info and comments, okay? That'd be a cool one to paint, wouldn't it? So I think the folds of the cloth look a bit unnatural, because you've got the cloth joining buttons, but it's like not overlapping. Like, you know, the cloth would be overlapping the other bit of cloth, if you get my meaning. But it's cool. A lot of strength in that bottom cat. A lot of strength. Poor thing. Beat Kids, pots and jars made from wood and beads. That's beautiful, isn't it? Look how good that looks. Really, someone's been chopped or something. Looks great. A little marketplace. Wonder what the barrels are made of. I'm not sure. There's the wooden beads. That's what they look like. Race car soup, a potion I designed, 3D printed and painted. Looks great. That looks familiar. Is it like the top of an existing kind of bottle or something like that? Supercan 13. That's cool, like. Love it. Looks great. Next we have Custom Miniature Maker. How to make amazing runes using texture rollers, also giving away free texture roller STLs. So texture rollers are great for doing exactly that. They're either just done on screen. You can roll it onto clay or some other soft materials. Even some foam board and things like that will take a good print. And then you can do exactly that he's doing on screen. Or she's doing, or they are doing it on screen. Great. Oh, snippity snip. Gaps. Yeah. I've never. Do you know what it is? I've never used a texture roller, but I have been tempted. Look at that! Like, why wouldn't you? But this is a good advert for using texture rollers. This makes it look very easy and like a lot of fun. I'd mess up that edge a bit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Looks good. Looks really good. Next we have Grudging Tuner. Finally finished my D&D room. That's cool. Get a full view of the room, aren't we? Wow, look at that. That's great. What I would say. I almost feel like, am I overstepping when I sort of suggest improvements for things? But you got this lighting here for people's sort of notes, etc., and sheets, and then you got like, you know, same there, and you got these glowing. You haven't actually got much good lighting on the playing area. Do you know what I mean? That's in shadow. Get some spotlights or something on there, just like some little what's the word? Movable heads. Just you want to have. In another shot, you see there's two of these things above. Sure, but like that'll be quite a sort of flat light that gets thrown down potentially. I hope it's on a dimmer. If it's on a dimmer, that's okay. But if it's not, then I think it needs another light on there or something. something maybe on these corners coming by. Anyway, basically I unsolicited giving my big important thoughts on people's belongings. Possessions. Stevens Woodworks. D&D class fidget spinners. Wow. These working fidget spinners. I imagine they're pretty satisfying to fidget with. So you got... Where's the axle for that? Is there one axle there and then one... That's an axle. They're really nice either way. Hello. The Centaur Tour. 3D model printed and painted by me from MZ4250. It's kind of freaky, that, isn't it? Yeah, that would fall over, wouldn't it? But then once it falls over that way, it could just stand up on those legs and it just keeps on going. Perpetual motion machine. Aristocrat. Get yourself one of these pattern scissors for cool roof tiles. Wow, that's cool. I didn't even know you could get scissors like that, but that's great. Honestly, I've spent so much time cutting individual roof tiles and putting them on buildings. Not curved ones, square ones, but yeah, that's a very nice time saver, that. Another texture roller. That's great. But I will say that you can just get some foam board and a ball of tin foil and mash it in there and you get the same effect with cheaper materials. Is that like a path in the... That's great. I mean, you can't... Yeah. Alright. That is great. Now what? What's going to happen next? This person just keeps on going. Now what? Now it's a square, okay. Can't get better than this. I was just pretty happy with the path going through, to be honest, but no. Wow, there's just going to be a modular with like inches printed onto it. If it is, that's impressive. Oh, hello. Bit more clay? No? Here we go. It's too hard. Ooh, don't want to ruin it. That's too hard, isn't it? Oh, no. That's cool. Good fingernails on that person. Very good fingernails on that person. Wow. Good at terrain and fingernails, these folks. Looks good. All is forgiven on the roller because you couldn't. Yeah, it looks great. It's absolutely fantastic. Aristocrat. My 4-year-old nephew always wants to play with my very expensive minis. So I bought a bag of cheap plastic knights and painted them up so he can have his own. That's cool. That's a good idea. And nice to share. Even, well, not really sharing. A whole lot of magnetic dungeon tiles neatly packed in custom boxes from Aristocrat. Wow. This person must play a lot of D&D. Or is ready to play a lot of D&D. Or can facilitate many people playing D&D. Broken terrain, my Colossal farm golem. Beautiful. Is that a chicken for an eye, or is that a... Is that chicken living in its eye, or is the chicken the eye? Maybe these questions shouldn't be asked. Maybe you should just accept it. Well, that's awesome. I thought it was just going to be a box, but wow, it's got stuff in there. That one got better with every picture. Look at the little apples in the trees. That is brilliant. I think that, like, if I'm going to be critical again, and I am, let's be honest, that trunk looks too thin and too perfectly straight. And this is very uniform. I think that should be broken up a bit more in terms of colour and shape and probably be a bit thinner. This is all like fantastic and perfect. And I think the tree makes it look a bit too... I don't know. I'm not selling it. I would expect a thicker, gnarlier trunk, kind of akin to these. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I know what I mean. Doors locks. My girlfriend made me a DM screen for my first in-person session. That's cool, isn't it? Those hinges, are they attached on? Are they painted on? Small cave system that fits inside a tiny box from CSP Chris. A small cave system in a tiny box. Right. Got you. Now what? Oh, nice, didn't expect that. Don't know if you did at home, but I didn't. Don't think you could have set a model on that bit. Right, cool. You gotta have a little bit of a stalagmite also in the cave, don't you? The debris. Cool. I mean, considering the size of the box, that is quite impressive. I like that. Good idea. You could have like a box for each different thing, couldn't you? You could have all sorts, man. You could have whatever you wanted. Foldable portable tabletop. That's a tongue twister. Oh, nice. So that's they're picture canvases, I think, aren't they? Picture canvases with some hinges. I think that's what we're looking at. And if we're not, you could achieve it that way. Do you know what? You could do that for... You can see it's flexing a little bit, the canvas. But if it was tight enough. That's a good idea. I wonder if you could do that for 40k battlefields. The Captain Ego. All semester my players have goofed about our lack of minis and how we used everything from quarters to paper tokens. For our last session, I made these since I don't have money. Wizard, barbarian, sorcery. I mean, it works. Totally works, man. The whole tabletop gaming shtick. You're using proxies for stuff in your head. If it's a word, if it's a model, as long as there's like you're making the right association with it, then it works. I mean, for line of sight and things, particularly 40k, it's obviously a bit of a disadvantage if you're using paper because you can just like not see it one way. But yeah, you get my meaning. Check out Poor Hammer if you're into that kind of thing. That's a thing I'll do another video on as well. Timargo, letters for my Curse of Strahd campaign. Looks great. So they're actually heating the wax up there and then doing the prints. That's a lot of effort, but like beautiful. Beautiful. Made potions of healing for my party. Love it. So is that solid resin and they got some D4s on there? That's cool. Riken 1-3. Jane Rattle. I hand sculpted 24mm dwarf adventure with green stuff and milliput. Like, really? That's like professional level sculpting. That's ridiculous. Like, maybe this person is a professional sculptor. But that's really good. I think the face particularly is just spectacular. Wow. Amazing. Like, look at the detail on the belt buckle. I would get like one strip of it and be like, done. Like, I think this person's very good at fabric and like the natural bits, but maybe a bit weaker in the kind of... But like, no, that's unfair. The axe head, I think, maybe, just. But maybe that's just the style of it. But look at the twisting kind of nature that they've got there. Absolutely brilliant. And even with the slotted base, I think this person must be a professional model sculptor. Or, if not, Jane Rattle, you should be. SPWD 92, an obelisk I made for a session this weekend. That was really cool. How do you make that? Polystyrene, hot wire cutter. Very spindly one. I used a similar effect for my icebergs. I've got a video on making big icebergs for D&D 40k if you want to have a look at it, but yeah, you get a similar effect with that. I made a human heart for our campaign for a very special final boss fight. Air dry clay. Wow. Oh no, don't put the knife to it. The ink cap. Wow. We're going back in time. Like doing this at the computer with Reddit in the background. I'll be honest. Needs a gloss finish, I think. Gloss finish. And maybe some darker red. And some kind of, yeah. Looks good though. Seb makes stuff again, and that was the turtle from before, which is amazing. Making a druidic crystal display prop that doubles as terrain. Really good at mushrooms, Seb. I've got to give it to you. Your mushrooms and your snails are on point. Seb makes stuff incredibly well. I love these little flowers you can get. You can get them in packets. I've used them on my Christmas diorama, which you can check out if you fancy it. Looks good. Awesome stuff. Ooh, this looks like wow. Big brain terrain. I lost my soul to the devil and made this modular fantasy casino in return. Wow. Absolutely spectacular. Look at that. Wow. So complicated. Oh, hello. You've seen better days. Looks great. I mean, you can have so much fun with this. Awesome. I'm gonna do 5 more. We spend the day making some spell scrolls from Low Z. That's cool. Bit of tea staining, is it? Looks good. Like that. Quietly myself. I made a mimic for my husband. Pretty proud of it. Okay. So that's some foam. Oh, that's a very nicely curved foam lid. Got some texturing on there with some material or something. Oh, hello, there's a tongue, I think. Wow, nice face. That's probably cute. Nice one. Prestigious Big 5817. Click and cook templates from shifting lands. That's good. Hot wire cutter on one of those tables. If you can get one, absolutely great. Look how perfect the stuff comes out. It's absolutely magic, isn't it? It's pristine. Absolutely pristine. Love it. That's cool. Self-promotion, that one, by the way. Not by me, by them. American Titan Mind Flare before and after paint. That's cool. That's resin by the look of it. 3D printed. And then a bit of paint. Cool. I'm good. 2 more. Jody Boyce. My favourite photo of my latest dice collection. They look really nice. They look like soap, don't they? Or like a dessert. Like a fancy sweetie you could eat. Last one. Stevens Woodwork. D20 steampunk fidget toys I made. Right. This looks like it could be absolutely spectacular. Right. Oh, they're just a little fidget toy. I thought it was going to produce a number. You could have it so that you have 20 numbers on one of those, a cog with 20 teeth, and there's a selector of one, and when you play it with it, you just do it for an, you could turn that into a D20, basically, is what I'm saying. So, thank you for watching that. That was my little roundup of the best of D&D DIY. Once again, some incredibly creative stuff on there. I hope that if there's anything in there that you like, that, it might inspire you to go and create stuff. Have a look on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on how to make that stuff, including a few from myself. But, there are others as well. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to do that. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.